Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the final segment of the night as we're continuing on with Virtue's Last Reward. Fi is about to tell us something, maybe, about what it is she's been experiencing. What is it that Fi has on her mind?
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now.
Oh, she's just gloating. That's all it is.
So sorry, but I'm out of here.
I thought it would be more profound, but no, it's just her saying, you can shove it, I've got 9 points.
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door.
This has been the first time that someone with 9 points has been in this room.
You're in my way. Move. When someone betrays your trust, feels like a part of you dies. For me, I guess it was the part that cared. I don't think you have even the slightest idea what that feels like. Whatever. Just get out of my way. I see. Then you leave me no choice.
Oh, right, the super jumping, yes.
Nice try. Plaudite, acta est fabula. It's Latin. Applaud. The play has ended. That's what it means. See you later.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is the case that the game ends when someone leaves, so if we couldn't stop Fi leaving, I guess we were going to have to get that. We need to go back and betray her. Whoops. Well, I mean, that is an option. Usually we've been working our way from the top down to the to whatever the topmost choice is, but do you want to go straight back to that choice and betray Fi? We could do that. It sounds like this is pretty popular. Let's see, the points... Actually, there's another block right after where Fi left. How do we stop Fi? Okay, so we did not know how to stop Fi. Whoops. I should not have pressed return. Now I have to skip this until we get to the... Yep. I know about this. Let's just keep going through it. Anyway, so it looks like that we can actually get another ending in that timeline as long as we're able to figure out a way to stop Fi. Maybe figure out a way to stop her from jumping over us? I don't know. But anyway, we can see that the timeline next to that, the Betray timeline, is very short, so this is not going to take long. Okay, no need for a vote because the only reason we're here is to press B on Phi. And let's see what happens.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
They sure will.
Thank you for your participation.
No problem, it was our pleasure.
Ambidex gates now opening.
So, you chose betray.
Sure did.
Did you do it to protect yourself?
No, we did it because we're mad of the other timeline that we just experienced, but I guess you don't know about that.
Were you worried that Phi might choose betray?
We kind of know that she did.
Huh? Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Uh-huh, there we go. So now, let's watch Phi's heart break as we forever betrayed her trust. So much so that she remembered it through different timelines.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
In a timeline that didn't even happen yet.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
But I guess she must have experienced it by then. Even if we had not.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you. Why did you do it? Nothing to say? I guess I misjudged you.
So I guess we do not acknowledge that prior timeline.
I thought you were better than this. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this.
That's true. She definitely did not.
I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do. A lapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. A Latin proverb. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
Well, yeah, they did choose ally themselves.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
It seems that we don't actually get to choose to do that. I don't know why he might say that. I mean, surely we didn't choose that just to see what would happen. Yeah, wouldn't that be great if we could turn that back the clock and do different things?
A lapsum semel occasionum non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
Yeah, it does feel like the devs assumed that we would pick Betray first.
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
It does seem to be implying that we should go back and choose ally. What if we could go back and do it all over again?
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while. Okay?
Oh hey, that doesn't say to be continued. That says game over. Hold on a second, let's take a look at this. We did it. Chat, we did it. We got to the end of a timeline. It's not to be continued. There's no lock on that box. It's game over. End, it says. There's a skull. We got an ending. It's not a good ending, but we got one. Also, open that plot lock. Well, this one, we don't know how to stop Phi. What other plot locks do we have? There isn't enough antiviral medication. Do you think that we can do it? Oh, what? Oh, it's green now. So, okay, so does that what represents if we have found out what is going to open the lock, it will turn green? Okay, that is the only green box on here. So I guess we're heading back. And I guess we should be able to get to another ending. Let's find out.
You chose ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
This is new dialogue? It's not letting me skip it.
You sound pretty sure of yourself.
Oh, I see. We already know.
What? Okay, let's go.
Oh, okay. It's changing the dialogue because it's assuming we chose Betray first, I guess.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
And no, it did not change Phi's vote. It's still the same outcome. But is there actually a way
have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
to stop her this time?
Please.
Well, it's letting us skip. Let's see how far. That far.
I see. So you remember it too?
Okay, we are getting new dialogue.
The other round 2. Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose betray this time?
She seems very matter-of-fact about this.
Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay? Yes.
That sure doesn't, Sigma. So it seems like we're getting to the point where Sigma is having to come to grips with alternate timelines.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
Well, I wonder how much of this he'll remember when we start another timeline.
What happened?
Why did you choose betray, Phi?
Yeah,
Explain it to them, Phi. Tell them all about it.
you're the only one who didn't vote ally.
And we'll find out what she said in a few minutes. No, we'll find out now.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here. Do I really have to explain it?
Let's see if we can skip by it, if this is the same stuff. It is the same stuff. She's going to super jump over us. And now, do we actually have a way of stopping her? This is so many ellipses right now.
Fine.
Sigma, changing Phi's mind through the power of Latin proverbs.
Forget about it. This time you chose ally and I chose betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
Timelines, Kay. Time travel. Let's tell you all about it.
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
Well, no, we're talking about another round 2 that happened in another timeline. Time travel.
Just drop it.
They wouldn't understand, Sigma.
There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them. I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Are we going to knock her out just to be safe?
I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on. Oh man, that's a relief. Please don't scare us like that again.
You know, I think Sigma could stand to be insulted from these reactions. Sigma gets 9 points, and it's like, okay, let's hit you in the back of the head, knock you out so you can't do nothing. Phi gets 9 points, and it's all, oh good, you're not gonna open the door? Great, we're happy.
The ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
Well, it seems that the the Nonary game, Ambidex Edition, is continuing, even though it looked like we were at the last block of it.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
Check the flow. It's a good idea. Still looks like we're in that green box. Doesn't look like it's gotten any longer.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
Yeah.
Luna's always so happy to team up with anyone.
Who's gonna be my partner then?
Well, maybe not Dio.
I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair. The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan? What color would you get by adding your red to that? Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one.
This seems like a lot of explaining for the next round, considering that the timeline doesn't seem like we would be doing it.
In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about.
It's true that we might
They had the same little lock thingies.
not be able to trust the flowchart. Well, we'll see.
I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. Kinda worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Huh? What is it?
Go on. What?
I totally thought it was going to say the end. Game over.
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Where?
You know, I forgot all about that. I thought he was going to tell them about the timelines.
No. That's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way!
It is kind of hard to miss.
We checked every part of that room.
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
I wonder if this timeline is going to end with a bomb exploding.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, we never figured that out.
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Do we have K's key in this timeline? No, we would not have gotten it in this one. It was the timeline on the left where we found it.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... let's see...
1 hour and 57 minutes.
Oh, plenty of time.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Lego, you're asking why don't we just move all the bombs to one corner? Well, the first time we found a bomb, Alice was very much against anyone touching it or moving it because it might go off. Because that was Dio's idea. He wanted to move the bomb. I think it was him. And Alice was quite mad that someone was going to touch the bomb. as it might explode. Big Dio carry all of the bombs. This is a promising idea. Yeah, we did have a flashback of an explosion, and it appeared to be on the moon. We haven't seen that happen yet.
So it seems. I've been here the whole time.
She was just walking right behind us, turning as we turned so we couldn't see her.
Oh. I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad. I'm not stalking you.
She's just following us real close is all. It's completely different from stalking.
I just followed you here.
Yeah, completely innocent following. I think he's on the right track, though I think she's already denied being Batman, back at the beginning of the game.
I already told you I'm not.
Yes, that's right, she did deny that.
Remember? Back in the AB room when we met? Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Oh right, we don't know what that means yet in this timeline. We've seen a couple cases of lions eating sons in other timelines.
Why do you say that? You're right. Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Well, you know all about Latin, Phi, so I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
What about the other part? No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you? Huh? Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert. Oh, that. That's from, this. Look at the back.
Oh, and she was acting all smart. It was on this the whole time.
Yeah. A memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento. She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind. Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Okay, maybe we should remember that for later.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Well, not when you said it to us before.
But
Sounded accusatory.
it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this.
Yeah,
Alone.
try to figure this out.
There's something else we need to do too, though. Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So... yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Oh, the archives. The puzzle room that we have not been in yet.
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
Just push all of those books off the shelves.
We can talk while we look. Now get started. I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds. Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds. Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Tell us about it, Fi.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
Oh, okay. We have choices here? Oh, all right. So, chat. We have 5 choices. Well, let's skip others for right now, and let's just go with scratch head, cross arms, put hands on hips, or applaud. Okay, it looks like most of you are saying that we're gonna go with applaud. VLR pulling off the more than 4 choices on us. Did not expect that. I did say this would be a short timeline. How wrong I was.
Interesting choice. You clapped your hands, right? But you could have chosen to cheer or blow a kiss, right?
Mm-hmm.
The details don't matter. Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now.
Phi, you could have just asked us if we saw that one Star Trek episode with Worf. That would have cleared everything up.
Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what-ifs really just what-ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things?
Probably just what-ifs, but let's go with it.
Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history. Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air?
This is getting very deep, Phi.
I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying?
Sure.
The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf? Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
We know everything about that, Phi. I'm sure there is nothing about quantum physics you have to explain to us.
Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you? Also, there's a stuffed lion over there.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
Oh, we are doing a Schrodinger's reference again? We did have a reference to that very early on in the game. But it hasn't really come back up.
Everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat?
Mm-hmm.
It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box. This'll only take a minute. Now look. What do you see? From now on, that's a cat. A living cat.
Well, don't say that. That's gonna make it's gonna make Sigma's speech impediment act up.
This is important. Got it?
Yep, there it is.
Oh, man. This again? I find that hard to believe. Ugh, fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else do you see?
Let's keep going with that.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
Okay.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight? And the jar of ink? Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
Please point that out to us.
If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar? And what if the jar doesn't break? Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening? Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead? Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
Oh, okay. I guess we have to actually guess. Well, chat, are we going to guess that it's alive or dead? It's a 50% chance either way. We have no information which would let us know whether or not we should guess it's alive or dead, which is the point. So, chat, are you able to make this a perfect tie? Can you do it? It's pretty close. No, it's pulling away. It looks like alive is going to... No, okay. Dead pulled back up. Let's see. Now it looks like Dead is in the lead. I don't know if that's... Nope. 2-1. They were very close, 35-36. But Dead came in the lead.
Nope. You're wrong.
Of course we are.
That's wrong too. The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive. It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system.
Weren't we supposed to be examining the library? That's correct, but like Phi said, this'll only take a minute.
In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities. Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
Okay, let's go over all of the others.
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up. Insane? Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, you did blame us for betraying you, even though that didn't happen yet, so I guess we have.
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose betray, what was my vote? But what happened this time? Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button? I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose betray, then my vote was ally. If you chose ally, then my vote was betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange?
Is Fi assuming that it's our choice that's determining everything? She is not assuming that her choices are doing anything?
You do see what I'm saying, don't you? Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die.
Yeah, let's go over another metaphor that might explain what's happening here. What's the flowchart look like? We're still on that green box, okay. I think this is going to be where we have to end the stream for tonight, with Fi about to explain in another way how this works. Look, Sigma, I don't think you understood the previous explanations that I just gave you. So we're going to look at this die. And there's we're looking at the side with the 2 pips. Maybe I roll it and it comes up 2, but what if in another reality it came up 6? Sigma, did you ever think of something like that? How could such a thing be? I guess we'll have to wait until next week before Fi can instruct us in yet another metaphor on how this works. Because we cannot have enough metaphors on how this split timeline thing works. She really wants us to understand, without a shadow of a doubt, how this works. And that's right, there is no stream next week. It is the last Saturday of the month, which means the stream takes a break, as we all have to take a break at some point. And that means that PVG will be playing his brand of games. So, For the next 2 weeks, Phi is going to be holding out this die, making us stare at it, until we finally start to understand. In any case, despite the ending of the stream, some stuff got done. We actually got an ending. It was a bad ending, but it was an ending. We did it. We got something. We did not get a real ending, Arloa. I disagree. We got an ending. It said end. There was a skull. It was a bad ending, but it was something other than to be continued for the first time. And now we continued on in the alternate timeline, which I thought was going to be very short. As it turns out, it is not, as Phi is determined to make us understand this. She's gonna have to wait. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. An icon has not appeared. I guess that ending we got was not important enough to warrant an ending icon. But that's fine. That's fine. I say we got an ending, and that was an ending. It was something other than to be continued. So we're going to continue on 2 weeks from now with more of the Nonary Game Ambidex edition. And from the... Oh, can I check the flow? Sure. There it is. Leave that on screen. And going from the explanation we just got from Phi, I'm going to assume that the way this game ends is we finally fill out the flowchart, and then the big twist ending is that the screen zooms out, showing that this flowchart is just a smaller part of a much bigger flowchart. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. I'm also going to predict that Phi's father, who she has never met, is Ace because of white hair, and Ace will be Kay. So that'll be a tearful reunion with father and daughter when we get that helmet off. Except Ace will not recognize her because Ace cannot recognize faces, making it all the more tragic. He can't recognize her. So I think that's going to be it for the stream this week. Not a great ending, but at least we got something. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good week. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a lot of fun, because if you don't, then what's the point of doing this at all? Have a good night. I'll see you next time.